Yo, before we get this party started, I want to welcome to another episode of the Late Afternoon Show. It's your boy, Tim, Mr. Meaningful Work. Let's vibe, guys. I see Gabe in the building. Everyone that's joining us for the Late Afternoon Show, the only way that we know that you are in the building is through the chat. So let us know where you're joining from, city, state, country, time zones. I know we got somebody from Colombia might be joining us a little later. So, let's vibe, guys. Vibrations.
Sitting on the edge of the pool, hanging with the rest of your crew, flashing those big brown eyes at me. As I was walking by, saw that your drink was dry. Seized a good opportunity.
I just want to give a shout out to November. Thank you for coming. We've been waiting for you all year. We are here. Shout out to the holiday season that is upon us, to the Christmas lights that have been going up since October. You know, 'tis the season. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Electric magnetism in the air. Call me out of nowhere. Oh, I'm buzzing like guitars and rock and roll. You give me those good
I want you guys to follow my bounce, okay? You're just going to bounce to the left, bounce to the right. That's how you get the vibe going. I see my guests in the backstage. Let's go. Wow. We're about to get this party started in about 35 seconds. So I want you guys to tag your people. If you're on Facebook, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on YouTube, tag somebody, shoot them a message, say, yo, we got Reena Freedom Watts in the building. Come and check it out. Come on, let's go.
It's vibe. Vibrations. It's vibe. Vibrations. Oh my God, I let down my guard. You asked me my zodiac sign. Now the ball's in my court, bouncing it back and forth, knocking down shots from the 3-point line. Oh yeah, electric magnetism in the air, caught me out of nowhere. I must have met you a lifetime ago. You give me those good
All right, I'm cutting you guys off. This party's going to be lit. Just kidding. We back. Okay, now I'm cutting you guys off. I'm going to be partying. Megan! Whoa, we got Megan Memphis back in the building. We got London in the building. What's up, fam? What's up, bruv? We got people from London all the way over here. Can you imagine? This is an international show. Never would have thought in all my days that we would be an international show. We got, Gabe is out here tagging the world. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate that. Guys, we are here on another edition of the Late Afternoon Show. You guys might have noticed the last few weeks we had some recorded shows. I was out on the road recruiting. So my day job, Adventist Health, I am building up a pipeline for healthcare leaders. And so we're going from university to university, recruiting students to come in and join the healthcare organization. So I've been out. So we stacked up a bunch of our shows. We put them as recordings, and we had such a great time with our guests. Thank you so much for tuning in and engaging. But we are back live. We are back live in the building. And who better than to start us off then the electric, the dazzling, the what are all the adjectives? The amazing, the story spotter herself. Yo, she is like a sniper with these stories, guys. Like if you guys ever go and check out the Better Call Daddy podcast, you're gonna be scrolling through these things like, how? Wait, who? What? How? What the? What? How? She gets stories from all over the place. You know what? Let's just go ahead and get her started. Let's go ahead and get her started. We're going to run that back. We're going to bring back, and we got a special guest today, too. She's not by herself because Reena don't work that way. She always comes with a little extra. So I'm going to bring up to the stage with the vibe. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, let us welcome to the stage Reena Freedman Watts. Hey. Let's go. Hey. Yo, Reena, you gotta tell me what that dance is right there. This is what
That's one she's been wanting me to do. Oh, there she goes.
There you go. Yo, I am too lit, too excited, so happy to have you here on the late afternoon show. Reena, how are you doing today?
Oh my God, that energy is contagious. I love it. And that is so awesome that you start with music like that. It's such a good pump up.
Yo, we just got to get live. I'm over here. I got this sweater. Gabe was saying, how do you get one of these? This is just a regular hood. This is just a regular old beanie. But because I'm looking like a hooligan, straight caveman, my hair is not as I like it to be. So I was like, yo, let me cover it up real quick and at least look a little halfway decent. Who is your guest? Who is this bit of extra sauce, swag that you brought to us today?
Let's switch it over to Celia.
Hi, I'm Celia.
Yo, I love the hair flip. I used to have dreads when I was back in the day. That was one of my favorite things to do, was just like for no reason, just like throw the locks back and just like get it out of my face. That should be your standard introductions. Hi, I'm Celia. Is that how you introduce yourself? There you go, with the eyes. It doesn't work without the eyes. Got to get the eyes up there a little bit. Throw it back. This is, how old are you, Celia?
I'm 10.
10 years old. When did you turn 10?
Like, I don't know.
You are not old enough to forget your birthday, girl.
I think 9 months ago.
9 months ago? Is there a specific date? Is there like a month in which you were 10?
Yeah, January 22nd.
January 22nd. So you're about to be 11. Normally, if that was me, I'd be like, I'm almost 11. Yeah, I'm almost 11. We're closer to 11 than we are to 10. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We have a fun-packed show today. I am excited to share with folks that are joining. Megan, thanks for coming in. Gabe, thanks for coming in. My man, Wayne, thanks for coming in. If you guys have questions, feedback, we're going to be playing a little bit of a game later on in the middle of the show. So please, if you're joining us, let us know in the chat here. But one of the questions that I like to start off with, Ms. Reena, I'm not one for just like high-level pleasantries like, hey, what do you do? Like all that stuff. Remember you and I, when we talked for the first time, we were on the phone for like 2 hours.
Totally. That? Yeah, I was like, so what crazy guest can you find me not from this country?
Exactly. And I think it was like that time there was like this stuff going on in Nigeria. There was like police like literally shooting into the crowd for, folks that they had like this police force that they were trying to like reduce theft and things like that. And people were protesting. It was crazy. So we're trying to find a guest for that. But then just learning about what you're doing with the show. I think we heard each other I was on Clubhouse or something. And we're able to connect. Just crazy how the world connects us. But all that to say, when I connect with folks, instead of just saying, what's your name? What do you do? I like to ask, what are you famous for? So in your circles, if they were to say the name Reena, folks would automatically like, what are you famous for, Miss Reena Watts?
I would say it is actually getting people in touch with hard to reach people. I have done that for others, and I'm pretty impressed by the people I've been able to reach, to be honest, but it has been people that already had a pretty big audience.
Yeah.
And once you have a pretty big audience, then it's just in the trickiness of how you reach out.
Yeah.
So then it's just getting crafty. Once you already have social proof, you pretty much can have anyone if you do it right.
Social proof. What is that for folks that don't know what that term is? What is social proof?
Well, there's lots of different things you can brag about. You can brag about the different publications that you've been in. You can brag about the number of podcasts you've been on or the number of downloads that you have, the people that you're associated with. So if you've had somebody on your show that has millions of followers, you can kind of ride on their coattails.
Yeah.
So today I was pitching somebody pretty big because my 200th episode is coming up, and I actually would like to highlight a female.
Let's go.
Because on episode 50, I had a male. Episode 100, I had a male. Episode 150, I had a male. But they were all males that I really wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
But now I was like, I really would love a female to be episode 200. Although I have my feelers out there for another male that I really want as well.
Yeah.
So you just kind of got to get in the flow. You have to reach out to a lot of people. You have to have, more than one person that you want.
For sure. For sure. So 200 episodes. So you've been doing this. How many years does that equate to? So it's 200 episodes. How many years is that?
Honestly, I started during the pandemic, so it's only been a year.
200 episodes in a year?
Yeah.
That's what's up. So it's like a daily thing. So Gabe actually has a great question. He's like, so how do you start and manage a podcast? Is this what you're doing full time? Like, is this your everyday, all day thing?
So I love the interview part. That's my favorite. That's most podcasters' favorite. They want to hop on like we're doing right now and record a great conversation. The editing part definitely slowed me down. So I outsourced that immediately. I am definitely a fan of what slows you down and what's not your strength to outsource.
Yes.
But here's the thing. I actually know how to edit. So I am very particular about the quality control of the edit. Even though I'm able to give away the creativity.
You can speak the language. Like you can,
Yeah, so I go back through every edit, but I do give my editor complete creative freedom to do 300 edits an episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy. Madam Celia, I'm saying it right. Tell me how to say it again. Celia. What do you think when your mom is out here talking to these amazing guests? Like, what is running through your mind?
I don't know.
You've gotten to talk to some of them, right?
She has. Like, if you guys go on YouTube, if you got anywhere you could get your podcast, if you go on Instagram and you just scroll through the Rolodex of the people that she's been able to talk to, you'll see Celia. She'll be up there guest starring. She'll introduce the show. She'll throw some games. She'll throw some questions. Do you feel like this is something that you can do eventually, Celia?
I don't know. I kind of want to do TikTok when I'm older.
You want to do TikTok? Yo, we're gonna jump all the way into that. We're gonna talk about TikTok and some of my fears because I still don't think I'm cool enough to jump all the way into TikTok. So we're gonna learn from an uprising TikTok star what it means to be on TikTok. But one of the other questions that I have for you is how did your I love these questions coming in. Of all the people that you've talked to close to 200 people. When is that 200 people going to hit? Like, when is that episode going to hit? Is that in the next few weeks, days, months?
It's a couple months, yeah.
A couple months. So you've talked to a lot of people. And it's not just about talking to people. I think it's about the kind of people that you talk to. You talk to not just you guys like some TEDx speakers and some authors, kind of like your traditional podcast guests. Then you got some folks that are, as I would like to say, colorful. There are some folks that have some texture, if you would. So of all the different ranges of people you've talked to, what is one thing that you've learned about just, people and their stories? Like after talking to 200 different people, is there something that comes out as a theme as far as people and their stories?
Yeah, that's a great question. One thing that has definitely come to the surface is mental health.
Mm, mm,
That I feel like is at the forefront.
yeah,
I feel like that is a common theme that I've seen,
yeah,
and trying to destigmatize what people are going through, and it really can happen to anyone,
yeah,
mental health struggles.
yeah,
And another thing that I feel resonates with the audience is, what are you doing for yourself to benefit yourself? That's not benefiting your boss, that's not
mm,
benefiting your team, but benefiting you. That self-care piece has definitely repeatedly come up. And the people that are getting spiritual, that are taking care of their physical health, their mental health, their sexual health, all of these areas
yeah,
are winning. It's
yeah,
crazy. Like when you talk about the flow and when you talk about success, it's really
yeah,
not dollars and cents,
yeah.
which is what my dad likes to say, but it's really thinking about all of those areas which we need to be fulfilled and working on them.
You said something. I put my face in my hand because it just resonated. I just recently got a new boss at work, and one of the earliest conversations that she shared with me in one of our one-on-ones was like, man, Tim, I see you out here, I have meetings with, our market leaders, with our, like, the residents and the interns, and this out there. It's like, yo, you're doing a lot of things for others. What are you doing for you? And it sounds like a simple question, and like my answer was like, well, helping others like energizes me as well. I was like, no, what are you doing for you? And I think that's such an important question, especially for folks that love to serve, folks that like to, be out there, folks that like to connect with other folks. It's easy to miss yourself and fill your own bucket, in that range. And I love what Megan is saying here. Mental health matters, our kids, including our kids. Celia, what do you know? Like, if somebody was to say mental health, do you understand the idea of mental health, Celia?
Mm,
Yeah. What do you understand about mental health?
Um, it's about kind of like how you're feeling
How you're
about like
feeling?
life or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right. It's how you're feeling, your approach to life, like how life is like landing or affecting you. It's interesting. My not to get uh super grim here, but one of my 6-year-old sons, his classmate, passed away. And he was just, he was just talking about it. It was something that happened, and he was just talking about it. And he was like, Dad, I'm sad and I'm scared. And I was like, how do you think about that? And we started, what we ended up doing was started talking about heaven. Started talking about, I was like, well, you're gonna see him again in heaven, you're gonna be able to ride like angels and horses and lions and all those different things. But knowing the kids are dealing with serious things and like figuring out how to address those things. I mean, it's not going to be everything as serious as losing a friend, but there's a lot of things that are going on that, kids need to know how to deal with. So that's interesting that over 200 episodes, the theme that came out was mental health, and folks that are taking care of that mental health are winning. Wow. Is there any remedy or intervention that you've heard in your conversations that really resonates with you as far as how to deal with some of those kind of mental health situations?
One of my most recent episodes, a girl got in a bike accident and knocked her teeth out.
Mm,
And she's a beautiful girl, like
mm.
around my age. And she talked about what that does to your confidence level, because it's really how you show up in the world. And
Yes.
then, people
Yes.
want to know about your road rash, and they want to know what happened. And, she also is a speaker for the MS Society.
Okay.
And she was saying whoever smiles first wins. I really love that.
I wish I had like like a reaction emoji or something. I think there's yes, whoever smiles for, I love that.
And she's really been able to help a lot of people who might not have been able to afford getting their teeth done,
Yeah.
or, Celia's getting ready to have 4 teeth pulled. And so it was actually very serendipitous that I could put her on with,
Nice.
the podcast guest,
Yeah.
and she could reassure my daughter that,
Yeah.
dentists don't want to hurt you, and
Yeah.
they want to make your teeth look right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be painful. And she
Yeah.
even said that she could call her beforehand.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I thought that was a really interesting twist
Yeah.
to talking about confidence and
Yeah.
what losing her teeth as a
Hmm.
single woman was like.
Yeah. Yeah. Something that folks wouldn't otherwise think about, right? Like how you show up in the world and just flipping it, right? As opposed to just being scared and reclusive about it, just owning it. Smile. This is my face. What's up? Like
What was awesome is she said it made like the best Halloween costume. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth.
Yeah, isn't that the best?
And people are like, oh my God, your injury looks so amazingly
Yeah.
real. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, it is.
Oh yeah. This isn't makeup. This is not a this is not a prop. This is
not a
what
test
comes in real life.
drive.
Yeah. That's what's up. What's up. What's up, Ingor? We got Ingor coming in. Hillary Brown, what's up? We got folks in the building saying hi. We're gonna do a quick segue here. We are going to learn a little bit about TikTok, because man, that is where the attention is going. I have to admit that I avoided TikTok for a long time. I have a little brother who just turned 18 and he's way swaggier than I am. And I was scared that, man, I'm this old 30-something-year-old guy trying to come in, do these dances on TikTok, and he's just going to make fun of me. So that was like my initial reservation. But then I was like, you know what? Forget it. Let's just jump in there. And so jumped in. What's up, T? I jumped in and I was like, oh, it's a lot more than just dancing videos. This is where you can really be creative and share some of your content and bring some energy in very short bites. And so I want to hear from, so Celia, are you on TikTok?
Yes, I haven't posted anything. I just do dances and save them to my drafts.
So I've heard that's what folks my nieces do the same thing. They'll do the dance and they'll just save. So it's like a bunch of practice rounds, and you build your confidence, and then when you find the one that you want, boom, that's what the world's gonna get. So I have not done, like, I just like recorded and send. I was like, dang, I probably should have put that in the draft, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But we're going to have anybody that's here with us, we're going to do a quick TikTok tutorial from Celia. There is dances that are going on, and we can either do it sitting down. If you want to stand up, I got some space here. If folks are watching this and you're like on your phone or computer and you want to stand up and move around, I'm going to play some music. There's this new dance to the song Forget Me Nots. That's actually the one that I did. Is she going to be able to hear it?
Can you hear it? I'll scooch back a little and you can stand in the front.
Well, I can't do the earbuds, so we have to.
You ready?
Or you can take both and I'll scooch over for a minute.
There we go. All right. So we're going to learn a TikTok dance today. All right. This is not just your regular old podcast where you're just sitting and watching people talk. We are going to listen to, where is it at? Here we go. All right. Let me make sure that we got the speakers on, and we're just going to follow you as you teach us. Come on. Turn on. There we go.
Also, I made up my own dance. I think I'm going to do that one instead.
Which one?
I made up my own dance, so I think I'm going to do that one instead.
To this music, though?
No, to like a different song, but I could still do the dance.
Okay. Do you want me to play the music, or you just want to do the dance?
It's fine. I'm just going to do the dance.
Okay. Do the dance. No music. You do the dance. We'll follow along.
So it goes like that at a certain part, and then it goes like this, and then like that. It's kind of like a short TikTok set.
So do it again. Everybody watching, I want everybody that is on this stream to record themselves doing this dance and post it somewhere and tag Mr. Meaningful Work. All right. So show us again.
Okay, so it's like drop and then money and then dropping all my money.
So down. And what was the second part?
And it's like this.
Making the money rain.
And then like this.
And then, you gotta like this. Is that how? Okay, so everybody, check it out. Megan is saying, "Go, Celia." So we go, like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it together. Everybody, let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah. Oh, and she did. Now, you know what? We're gonna try to do that to this song. Everybody, we're gonna try to do that to this song.
I love it.
So,
that's so cute.
Let's go. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Get up. Oh, it ended. Yo, everybody, I want you guys to put some cracking emojis here for Celia. Thank you so much. Let's go. All with the hair flip. Let us go. Let's go. All right.
Okay, and I'll scooch back.
What is the song? T is asking what the song for the dance is. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, T, what that song is for that dance. So if you guys forgot, it's just about having confidence. It's about having fun. I think TikTok is really just about having fun and just how you show up. And so everybody's just doing dances, doing little videos, doing little cartoons, and it's just a fun way to pass time, to connect with other people. Similar to how like memes are and were a big thing. It's just like a funny way to connect with like real life situations, and TikTok is just taking that to a whole nother level. So for those that have forgot, you can either rewind, go back and see how Celia was able to show us, but it's push down, make it rain, and then you count the money, and then you count it, you feel it. Yes, and it moves your body. There you go. There you go. All right, so now we're going to do one little thing before we end with our questioning here, is we're going to do one round just so you guys can know Reena a little bit more. Is 2 truths and a lie. 2 truths and a lie. Now, the cool thing about this is if you get this right, whoever gets it right first, I'm going to send them an I Do Meaningful Work shirt. All right? You see the shirt, I do meaningful work. All right? So if you are trying to get an I Do Meaningful Work shirt, limited supply, you're going to answer this question. So we're going to do 2 truths and a lie. Actually, Reena, I want you to read off your 3 facts. 3...
She wants to play so she can get the shirt.
Hey, you guys are guests of the show. You're getting a shirt anyway.
Aww.
Okay? So you're good. All right? So here
can Celia read the questions? We read them with some sass.
Yeah, Celia's going to read the questions, and you guys are going to put in the chat. All right, Hillary on YouTube, you can do it as well. T, Megan, Ingor, everybody on LinkedIn, put it in the chat. The answer, which one do you think is the lie? 2 truths and a lie. Which one of these facts about Reena is a lie? Let's hear them.
Okay. The first one is I prefer a wig. The second one is I prefer being late. And the third one is I prefer a sporting event.
So you guys heard that. And she said it with some sass too. She said, I prefer a wig. I prefer, what was the second one? Being late?
Yeah.
I prefer being late, or I prefer sporting events. Which one of those do you think is a lie? Which one of those do you think is a lie? Put it in the chat. The first person that gets it correct is going to get an I Do Meaningful Work shirt. If other people are interested in getting some I Do Meaningful Work merch, MrMeaningfulWork.com is where you can go and get it, MrMeaningfulWork.com. So we got Megan saying that lie is the sports is the lie. Let's get some more answers in. Ingor is saying being late is the lie. Okay, we're across the board. Is it I prefer a wig, I prefer being late, or I prefer sporting events? We'll give it a few more seconds. Get those answers in. Which one do you think is a lie? We're going to end in 3, 2, 1. And Reena, which of these things is a falsehood?
I prefer a sporting event.
Hey, so she does. You prefer being late?
Yeah, and I was actually thinking we were a couple minutes late to this. I was like, hey, late for the late show, my people.
Exactly. So who got that? So Megan said sports. So you don't like sports?
No.
Or at all?
No.
Neither do you, Sia? Not at all. So this whole season, we got football going on. That's not your thing. And you guys are where? You guys are in Chicago?
Yep.
Oof.
And there's so many teams here.
There are so many teams. You guys got, and then baseball, the longest season. You guys got basketball. You guys got football. Do you guys have hockey?
Yeah. Even
my
hockey.
Gosh. All of the
like
sports.
A little soccer, but I don't know.
You like soccer?
A little.
A little bit. Yeah, my little boy plays. I don't have the stamina for
Not
soccer.
The part where you get like kicked in the shin, but
ooh, that just gave me goosebumps. That hurts.
I have
Ow.
a bruise from that.
Ugh. Yeah, no, kicked in the shin. That's the worst thing ever. But yeah, so thanks guys for playing. We'll get those prizes out. Thank you so much for teaching us that dance, Celia. So some of the last questions that I have for you, Reena, before we wrap up here today is what is you've been doing podcasting for, you said, starting in the pandemic, you're close to 200 episodes. What is the appeal of podcasting for you?
Well, I am a story junkie, so I love uncovering things about people that I didn't know or that they might not discuss with others. That totally gets me high.
Yeah.
But I think the appeal for other people and why I believe people should have a podcast, especially if they're in business, is one, for a personal brand, and two, just to create relationships with people that they might not be able to create relationships with otherwise.
Yeah. I love that. And by way of connecting with folks, I mean, to find 200 people to come and talk to you over the last year, I mean, that's work. So is there any tips for folks that are building their personal brand? So maybe not everybody here is a podcaster. Maybe folks are trying to build their consultancy. They're trying to build their brand. They're trying to, maybe even in a organization, they're trying to get to the next level, get a promotion, and it's all about who you know. Do you have any tips about connecting with people, reaching out and finding those relationships that are mutually beneficial?
So here's one that I did recently. I was interviewed on the Binge Factor. I'm going to give Tracy Hazard a little shout out.
Hey, Tracy.
Yeah. And everyone who responded to her post, I connected with. She had 90 comments on there, and I'm like, hey, saw you commented on Tracy's post. I love her. She did a great interview.
Nice.
I'm impressed by her. If you like her, I like her. Let's connect,
Yes.
So somebody who already has, like you, like me, like somebody who already is in your space, like-minded folks, that's a really easy one. Yeah. Another is like, you can literally search on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on any of these social media platforms for groups around podcasting, for groups around podcast guests.
Yeah.
You want to continually, proactively, 15 minutes a day, be connecting with new people, exposing yourself to new possibilities.
Yes. So what I'm hearing is that one of the secrets to getting guests and finding people and connecting with folks, whether it's for podcast, your brand, or whatever, is that there needs to be an attitude for networking, connecting, and engaging, right? The first thing that you said was you had the interview and then you engaged with the comments, you reached out, you found out other groups and things like that, so that folks that are proactive in networking and building their networks and connecting with like-minded folks increases your chance, right? I think back to your point about that social proof, right? When you have a large audience, you have a large network, it increases your chance of being able to find the person that's going to help you get to that to that next level. I love that. I love that. Megan asks, from whom did you learn the most?
My daddy. That's why I started a show with him. I am calling him every single day. I mean, I literally call my dad on how to negotiate rates of pay with clients, how to take multiple clients, on what to say when I don't get what I want, on what to say to my own husband, on what to say to my kids. I mean, my dad is constantly teaching me things, and he's only, 23 years ahead of me, but he is constantly working on his wisdom rating too.
Wow. Celia, are you going to have a Better Call Mom show?
Probably not.
Nope. No pressure. Or you're going to have a Better Call Grandpa. Maybe.
No,
or
I
have
don't know
them.
about a podcast.
Oh, you don't want. Oh, but you have it on your TikTok. Have it on your TikTok because you are going to blow it. Yo, my question that I love to ask for folks, especially folks that have such large and varied experience talking with so many different people, is, I'm trying to build some content around this whole idea of meaningful work and getting different definitions from different folks, different experiences, and finding out what those themes are around meaningful work. So if I was to ask you, Reena, how you would define meaningful work, how would you define that?
You know what's funny about that? I had a feeling you might ask me that.
What?
And I thought about it.
Nice.
So today I saw a post. I'm going to give Craig Stanlin a shout out here. And he was talking about how you can actually accomplish 1,000 push-ups in an hour. Somebody has done that. And he was breaking that down to like how many you need to do a minute. And he was like, well, 16 to 20. He's like, well, that's easy to do. I can do that. And he's like, then I just need to do it X number of times. And I was like, okay, like you can accomplish things like that. But where is the fun in that? Right? I was like, did you forget to factor that in? Like, I want to do business with people that I enjoy brainstorming with. I want to do projects with people who are fun. I want to do projects with people that like beat to their own drum, and you come up with an idea and they're like, hell, let's try that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So meaningful work to me is having fun and collaborating with people who are willing to try crazy, fun things.
I love it. It's people and fun. People and fun.
Yep.
If there ain't no people and it ain't no fun, it ain't meaningful. We're not doing it. What about you? As a kid, almost 11, what do you think, if you hear the word meaningful work, does it bring any ideas to you? What does that mean to you? I've never asked a kid before, so no pressure.
Meaningful work, probably like when it means something to you and you try really hard on it.
When it means something, for those that didn't hear her, she says when it means something to you, you try really hard at it. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
I love that. What's something that you try really hard at? Is there something that you're particularly good at that you try really hard on?
I like to draw.
What did you do right before this to me?
Oh, makeup.
Oh, you are the makeup. You make people's faces dazzle. Wow. That's what's up. So you take your artistry skills, you like to draw, and then you're able to put that on somebody's face in real time. And look at that. Exactly. Yeah. When I'm cutting my boy's hair and I have to like line him up, like that's art. Like I gotta.
Do you see these eyebrows right here?
Yo, virtual high five to you, Celia. You out here making your mama look good, girl. That's what's up. Well, guys, thank you so much. I want you to let us know, Reena, for the folks that joined us today, the folks that are brand new to you, what is the best way to engage with you on various platforms?
Reena Freidman Watts on LinkedIn. I'm also Reena Freidman Watts on Instagram, Facebook, and bettercalldaddy.com.
Bettercalldaddy.com. What's next for Better Call Daddy? Like, are we trying to get this as a Spotify original? Like, are we trying to make a movie out of it? Like, what's what's the next thing for Better Call Daddy?
I would like to get my dad on camera right now. To be honest, though, he is stretched so thin. He is taking care of his 93-year-old mom and being a good husband to my mother. And
Yeah.
he's a daddy to 3 girls who call him all the time. So the
Wow.
fact that I get him to react to 200 episodes, I got to count my blessings.
That's what's up. So if we can get him on camera, that would be like dun 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 dun.
When he comes to visit, I'm like, hey, Dad, I'm like, want to do a video reaction to a special guest. So, yeah, occasionally when he comes to visit, when he's not being a good grandpa, I'll like get him to walk around the block with me and a baby and do a little walk and talk, or he'll do a reaction live. And I feel like the guests really want to hear what my dad has to say. Like, that's honestly, even when I respond to the guests, I'm like, hey, thanks for being on the Better Call Daddy show. Hope you like what my daddy says. And everyone writes me back and gives me their take on what my dad told them. So that's a really fun part about the show.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love, one of the things that is a huge value for me is just family, right? That, there's a lot of times where you have this idea of work-life balance. And, the idea of balance is that something has to give, right? If you're doing work, family has to suffer. If you're doing family, work has to suffer. Whereas, the idea of work-life integration, like how do those things work together? And the thing that I love, the premise of your show is we're doing this, this digital event, but we're including family. We're taking your stories, but we're including my dad, you're including your daughter. Like, it's just, you bring it all in so you don't feel like something has to suffer as a result of the other thing. So I mad appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, that is all the time that we have for today. We have what subject or classwork is your favorite? Oh, Celia, we got a question for you. What is your favorite class or subject? What makes you energized?
I don't know.
What'd she say? I didn't hear it.
I don't know. There's like a bunch of.
Well, you're like the number one student in which class?
Probably Hebrew.
Ooh, can you teach me like a phrase? How do I say I am hungry in Hebrew?
Ani. Okay, I don't know hungry, but I know eating.
Eden?
Like eating.
Oh, I am eating?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Let's show me. How do I say?
How does he say his name?
Oh, how do I say my name? My name is Tim.
Just say Ani Tim.
Ani Tim? Yeah, I'm pretty fluent. It's whatevs. I'm a Hebrew. I'm a Hebrew major.
How do you say how are you?
How are you?
Or you could say like Makore.
Oh, they're like different ways, like formal
who
and
are
informal.
you is mi atum
Mi atum yata. Oh my gosh, let me
Ata is like for a boy and at is for a girl.
So it's gender specific. I like that. In my language, I'm from Nigeria, and in our language, it is like seniority specific. So you'll say something differently to an older person than you would say to a younger person. So if I'm saying thank you to my dad, I say eshe, that's thank you. But if I'm saying thank you to my son, I say oshe. So like you delineate like the seniority versus I love a lot of languages that have like the gender, like the a or the e or what have you on that. Thank you for teaching us. We learned TikTok and Hebrew. Come on, guys. Don't tell us you never learn anything here on the late afternoon show. But guys, that is all the time that we have today. Reena, thank you so much for coming out and spending time with us this afternoon, talking about your story. Congratulations on the upcoming 200th episode. Man, that's going to be a party. That's about to be a party. That's exciting. Celia, thank you so much for joining us today. Happy early birthday because you're almost 11. Okay. Yeah. Just you can say we said it live here first. We said happy birthday first here.
That's the first happy birthday.
Nigerian, like Japanese, very honorific. You're right. You're right, Megan. So guys, thank you so much. We're going to sign out. Catch us next week. I think it's the same time. I got to check the calendar. It might be Tuesday. It might be earlier in the week, but we're going to have another episode of the late afternoon show with another phenomenal guest. If you have any feedback or anything resonated with you about today's show, Tim at MrMeaningfulWork.com. Tim at MrMeaningfulWork.com is where you can send me your messages, your feedback. You can also sign up to be part of our community on MrMeaningfulWork.com. Go and check out the Better Call Daddy podcast.
Do we do a little dance on the way out?
It's oh heck yeah, we could. That you saw I'm over here fidgeting on my stuff like we are about to dance out to end this party. There we go. So guys, let me pull up my dance out music. Here we go. Do you have a special request? I was just gonna play my theme song again. Celia or Reena, do you guys have a special
I like the
dance
theme
request?
song.
Like
and
the theme
also,
song?
thank you so much for having us. This was a blast.
Yo, this is Tuesdays are like my weekend. It's like my favorite day of the week. Like this right here centers around every. This is it. So thank you for agreeing to be part of this. So let us vibe. Where is it at? Hey, hey.
Oh,
Vibrations. Vibrations.
these are your moves.
All right, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. There we go.